I mean, difficulty on handling customer.
Okay. Honestly, to say that I never be the position as a customer service, but I would like to experience in a new field as this customer service.
How many years have you been working as a?
How long you're working? I mean, your working experience with this site before you apply for this customer service position?
2 years
Yes.
as admin assistant.
So why you would like to change to customer service officer?
This is because I would like to gain new knowledge and new field in my my working experience.
So you would like to try out this job?
Yes.
So in future, if there is any customer complaint, how you handle it?
Cannot. In future. In future. Then the answer is in the future. If this happen, I will. Understand? So she has no experience in customer service, but she has worked as an admin assistant for
2 years.
For 2 years. So ask her, have you had have you experienced a situation where your boss gave you a difficult instruction?
Have you ever experienced where your boss give you difficult task to do?
Yes.
Can you explain what happened?
Can you expand on what happened?
Can you repeat again the question just now? Sorry.
Have you experienced
Have you ever experienced on
a situation?
On difficulty? Your boss give you instruction.
Before this, I don't have any difficulty because I able to handle the difficulty before this.
Oh, very good. No difficult bosses. What about colleague?
What about colleague?
Have you had a difficult colleague to work with?
Do you have any difficult colleague to work with?
Yes, I experienced with working with a difficult colleague before this, but then I handle it
Well.
very well.
What happened? What happened?
What happened? What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Okay, let me give a situation whereby I face a difficulty with my colleague. How to say?
When did it happen? You help her. When did it happen?
When did it happen?
It's happened when there is two tasks that be given my boss, and then I need help from my colleague, and luckily my colleague refused to help me. Even
Not luckily, my colleague refused.
no, sorry. Unfortunately, unfortunately, my colleague, same position with me, refused to help me to do the task.
So how you get the things done? I mean, because your colleagues refuse to complete the task.
So I try my best to do the task, which is based on priority. And then once the first task have been done, then I go to the second task that be given by my boss. And then after that, I managed to finish my task that be given by my boss.
Does it mean that? Does it mean that? Does it mean that? Just follow it. Does it mean that?
Does it
mean that if you have a difficult colleague, you will not ask your colleague to do the work? Can you repeat the question? Does it mean that
Does this mean that
if you have a difficult colleague,
if you have difficult colleagues, so
you will not ask
you will not ask
the colleague to do the work,
the task?
to do the task?
I will try my best to cooperate with my colleague.
To persuade.
To persuade my colleague to help me. I will try my best to persuade my colleague to help me to do that task. And then if he keep or refuse, so I have no choice, so I do it by my own.
Okay, good. So we got one behavior here. So we got one behavior here.
So do her own.
So when she has a task and she need her colleague to help her, and if her colleague was difficult, don't want to cooperate and help, what will she do?
Do her own. So by my own.
She will do it herself. So that's one behavior, isn't it? Alright? So whether that behavior is a behavior you want or not, I leave it to you. I leave it to you. If you want your staff, if you're the staff, when she cannot ask the colleague to help, she do herself, go and employ her.
If customer service.
No, I'm coming to that. Okay, I'm coming to that. If you don't want this behavior, you want your staff to successfully persuade the colleague to do the work, then she is not the right candidate for you. Understand this? Now, going back to the original question. The original question was a situation to handle difficult customer. Difficult and demanding customer. Okay, now that questioning didn't lead to that behavior. Yeah, you were not able to discover that behavior. So you need to be more careful with the questioning so that you're able to discover that situation. Okay? So customers are like bosses. They demand. Isn't it?
Yes.
So you should have continued with the line of questioning, asking her about how she dealt with difficult bosses.
Means past experience.
The earlier one, the earlier part. Okay? Okay, but we went after bosses, we gave up and we start asking about working with difficult colleagues. But that is to discover a different behavior already. Not quite the behavior that we want to discover. So we need to be more careful with the questions that we ask, okay? But at least we discovered something, isn't it?
Yeah.
We discovered something. Yeah, if people refuse to cooperate with Nancy, she will do herself. And she has done it in the past, and she'll continue to do this in the future. Okay? Well done. Okay, sir, it's your turn. Come here.
I'm done.
You wait here, Nancy.
Okay, alright.